Hello? Today is January 20th, and I'm going to tell you briefly about the main military news of Ukraine. Belarus has received nuclear missiles for the Iskander complexes from Russia. Lukashenko. According to him, the missiles received from Moscow may be directed against Poland, which he accused of planning an invasion into the territory of Belarus. By the way, the first Iskanders from the territory of Belarus flew at us at 5 a.m. on February 24, 2022. Russia could win the war within weeks or months if Congress doesn't approve aid to Ukraine, NBC News sources say. That was the assessment given to lawmakers by Presidential Advisor Jake Sullivan and Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines in a closed-door meeting with lawmakers. According to the statement, Ukraine will run out of some air defense and artillery assets in the coming weeks. At the same time, one of the NBC News interlocutors called the White House's assessment incredibly harsh. Russian occupants are focusing their assault and offensive actions on Avdiivka and Novomykhailivka. Mostly, these are infantry attacks with almost no armored vehicles involved, said the spokesman for the Joint Press Center of the Taurai Defense Forces. He added that the enemy did not launch a single airstrike in the operational area yesterday. After a week of significant activity of their aviation, they continue to actively use artillery. Ukrainian forces sometimes go on the defensive, but we are not going to stop. Yermak. He added that in general, only a defensive war cannot be waged against the Russian Federation. At the same time, the Ukrainian government is working to replenish the ranks of the troops, preparing to improve mobilization. Budanov promises more strikes and sabotage raids in Crimea. He noted that these include air attacks, drone raids, and sabotage operations. Russians are making progress on the outskirts of Avdiivka. The situation is the most difficult there ISW on the situation at the front. Kupiansk direction, Ukrainian armed forces launched an attack and pushed Russian troops further east of Berestov. In the Kherson sector, the defense forces continue their attempts to expand the bridgehead. On the left bank, there are constant positional battles with no tangible advantage for either side. Russians have seized the village of Krakhmalnoye and its surroundings in Kharkiv region. DeepState. Krakhmalnoye is located between Kupiansk and Svetovo. The enemy has occupied about 16 square kilometers. That was all the main military news from Ukraine. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest military news from Ukraine. Goodbye.